saying, "You're not Santa." I said, "That's not what your mother said." We're live on set with Irven, where we're discussing strategies, execution, teamwork. It's about going and going and going, whatever the choice may be. It's about going and going, pushing next level regardless if anybody's coming or not. I don't believe that we could ever be the best us and be us to the fullest until we're completely honest with ourselves. And I know that that's a struggle for each and every one of us, especially when sometimes we have to put a mask on, or we have to have a facade, or we have to play nice. Because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we all have to play nice. Some people don't really understand what that means, playing nice. Some people in the corporate world like to stay associated or connected with each other. They don't really with each other, but they have to play nice. Why? Because in this world, sometimes it could be just the one person that could tarnish legacies. Maybe. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's one person that could tarnish legacies, breaking these generational curses. But then again, some people are just built that way to be competitive. And I done had people try to railroad me off the track several times, to be honest. Not something that I'm proud to accept, but I pretty much get it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why people would, because people just don't understand real. People are so wrapped up in this artificial intelligence world that they don't understand what it really, really means to love, appreciate, and to feel. Even when you're playing nice. It's because your focus is your family and everybody that you're concerned with. As far as me, as example, my dot. But I still have to give to the homeless. I still have to help these families' children, even when the children don't want to be taught. I have to, remind the child that, there's actually somebody around that really got love and sincerity for them. You'd be surprised, man, how many kids, are turning away love. In this case, it's really being genuine if you really have a heart. But I'm talking about really playing nice, because some of these kids will really try you. Some of these kids really try to you up as if they can actually beat an adult. But that's where, that's why we're here for the job, because we can look at that, we can analyze that, we could not take that personal, not make it a personal attack on educators, and be able to tell the child, listen, man, this love gonna be here for you regardless, but I have to also give this love to the other 20 students. And you still gotta play nice. That's why I appreciate the parents that are involved, the parents that communicate, the parents that connect, the parents that also play nice. Because some of y'all kids take advantage of your parents too, and your parents gotta play nice because of the system. And the system is kind of up, because sometimes back then I was just taught and figured out a certain way. I was taught by my village a certain way to not break my integrity clause. That's where integrity comes in. That's where your moral compass come into play, because stealing, lying, not focusing on home, not wiping your windows down, not wiping your heaters and your boards and cleaning your bathroom, and reading a newspaper and staying updated with current events, real current events, what's really happening in the world, and being able to focus on your desires, your passion, your love, the things that you love to do. Like I tell you guys, man, it's one of the hardest tasks, knowing that it's 6:46 a.m. on the 20th of December, 2023. I have to be out the door to make it to the Bronx by 8:15. with coffee. Shout out to my guys out there in the BX, you already know. And play nice along the way, play nice while at work, play nice traveling to school, going to my next destination, play nice even with being on the show and not telling how much y'all can't fucking stand, with all due respect. With that being said, we're live on set. I'm Irven. I am figuring out strategies, how to execute, and looking for the team for specific projects. Not for every project, because to have you on everything is impossible. But also sending your stuff, and we're gonna go to a quick break because we mandated to, and then I'm coming back, Jack, because it's a show. Ya ho, ho ho. If you're like most creators, then being original is your most valuable asset. And when you're ready to make huge improvements, it can feel as if everything costs too much or just takes way too long. But something as simple as updated headshots from some law can separate you from what everyone else is doing and still looking. Those you have industry standings with recommended Some Law Entertainment for decades, so you know that the job will get done successfully at the lowest cost. Especially when those extra dollars have to go to something else in the budget like lighting, aerial imagery, and all those things that come along with in-house studio requirements, and the team is ready to help you with everything. With free consultation, you can ask questions and see exactly how it makes sense the most to you. Once able to get the finances out the way, the creative process is all you need to focus on. Plus, there's no misleading quotes or hidden fees. Everything's backed 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Protect what's worth protecting, and I'll see you in the studio. Sunny days are here to stay. Welcome back live on set with Irv. You know what time it is. Please like, share, subscribe, lock in, push the hard and reset button on yourself. Oh man, listen, this is the best time to push the hard and soft reset button on yourself. Anything that just doesn't feel right, even if it's a little bit that don't feel right, remove it. Basura, garbage, no good. No likey, not for me. Let it go. Donate it. Give it away. And just because it's not good for you doesn't mean that it's not good, it's not great for somebody else, because I know some of my students been saying as well. It's so funny how my students that graduated, who they have their younger siblings that they pick up now, they see me and be like, yo, Mr. Sumler, you got any of those things you still giving away? I'm like, I got you. I got 2 bags over there already. I got to take to the BX. You know what I'm saying? And it's just cool to be able to be like, yo, I got some for you. I got some pants for you for now. I got some Levi's for you now and throughout the summer. I even got some fly shirts, a couple little joints. And me, I'm just, official with it. So even when I want to, once I wear my t-shirts and certain things after a certain amount of time, they just no good for me. And I'm also working on that because that's going to also affect my budget. So technically, I have a good 200 white t-shirts, and they're really f***ing good t-shirts, but I know that you know how it go, man. You buy a 5-pack, all white long sleeve t-shirts, you'll buy that 5-pack and that in white. I have it in white, black, royal blue, gray, and what's the other color? Black, white, gray, and dark gray, yeah. Navy blue. That's what it is. Yeah, man, so I just got a lot of clothes. I got a lot of t-shirts, a lot of socks. For every dope event, we catch ourselves buying some new equipment, or new clothes, and you know how I go, changing clothes and going with the flow. And while looking good in these locations, you're able to play nice. And a lot of students, a lot of kids are taking advantage of their parents and thinking that, and they're not playing nice. And that's what's going to get them caught up, because they're making careless decisions without really, really using the parents. And for the parents as well, make sure y'all play nice with each other, because, your children grow up and they're only apart. They're only half and half, I believe, of it. And pretty much how you go through that with therapy, dealing with life and situations, you know what I'm saying? You'll know how to play nice as well. So shout out to all the kids out there who's playing nice and following protocol. And believe it or not, even when you wake up, don't have your parents and don't have people having to tell you what to do. Sometimes just get it done and get it out the way. And that's a real conversation, because you believe it or not, a lot of y'all are not playing nice. You're not consistent enough to be able to just follow suit and just make sure things was done in advance, so that nobody even had to tell you what to do. When you get yourself to a point where you're able to just do certain things without having to be told or be asked to do it, welcome. But until then, you have a lot more work to do. You have to play nice more. You have to follow suit. You have to give your partner less of a headache. You have to stop saying things to fuck up the mood. Because to be honest, I'm a man who do that at times. I just catch myself saying some dumb shit, and it's not that it's dumb. Sometimes this is the time and place for everything. And it's interesting, because when it's around children, I seem to have myself in full self-control of their disrespect, of their mouth, their actions. Sometimes they want to be physically aggressive. Sometimes you could write things up and they may not pull all the way through, because technically in these days and times, it's not that much of a threat. And it's scary, because when you love these kids also, you don't want to also put them in harm's way. And when you have a care and a responsibility to be a reflection of positivity, love, honest, because you have to still be honest with these kids. You don't want to make it seem like you're just blowing smoke up their ass. That's not what we're here to do. But it's also about really, really letting them know that, you listen, I care for you. But remember also, you can't say that these people are your friends also, and you don't show them love and care as well, because we have to get to the root. Excuse me, I've been coming down with this voice. It's like getting the show voice, as if getting the show voice is so damn different, right? You have to get to the root of what's going on. To be able to understand what's hurting these children. You have to get to the root in order to know what's hurting these children. To understand why I'm going to always advocate for teachers to be paid more. If people are making these dumb crimes out here and people getting sued and taxpayers got to pay partial of that bread, come on, really? We should easily be giving that up for the people that we drop our children to. Come on, man, y'all gotta pass this word around. I don't care if you like me or not. Harsh reality is, dealing with other people's children is one of the hardest jobs to do in the world, and is not discussed enough in order for it to be a real change. Thank you for the days that we have off, the holidays, and I'm always going to be in support of taking the day off to reflect on the students that I speak Arabic with, the students that I speak French with, the students that I speak Creole with, the students that I speak English with, the students that I speak Spanish with, Puerto Rican Spanish and Dominican language. It's not the same. It is the same as Spanish, but it's still two different worlds, and I would appreciate if we stop mixing both of the cultures together, because Puerto Ricans are Puerto Ricans and Dominicans are Dominicans. Mexicans are Mexicans. We speak Spanish, we speak Hispanic, we speak these familiar words at the same time, though, Don't get it twisted. Put some respect on each culture. And when you begin to do that, you get to learn that when you are in Mexico, in Cancun, you won't be asking for mofongo in Mongol like me. Because I did that, and some of the chefs looked at me as if I had two heads. And I'm from New York. You gotta deal with it. We live on set. And shout out to everybody out there as well. Shout out to everybody who was in DR. Shout out to all my people out there in PR. Shout out to all my people out there in Mexico and the Philippines and those I speak to Gallic with. You know what I mean? I'm live on the set. I'm figuring it out. And everybody else in between, you know, each one teach one. You know, I love my folks. And I'm playing nice because when I'm out there, I get fed right, I get loved right. And the playing nice doesn't mean that you fake. The playing nice is just being honest with who you are. And people just know to be like, you know what, yo, I respect this boundary. I don't have to cross that boundary. Shout out to my dude Burgos. Shout out to Juan Burgos. We're just having that conversation in school. You know, figuring out where we have to know how to not walk around with a heavy heart, man, because believe it or not, it's not worth it. And sometimes people are going to see you as if you're something that you're not. But if you change who you are to suit what they're talking about, you're just as guilty. And that has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. That's why people are catching these moments and times where they catch themselves shocked and stuck. Because they walk around with all this bitter as if, oh, you don't f with me. Oh, you gotta let the universe do what it gotta do. If you don't change who you are in time, it's going to show. Because you're going to become greater. You're going to continue to do more. The way you exude your energy towards the children, you don't walk around yelling at them and as if they're supposed to already know what to do because they're children. They're children. They're kids. They don't even know what the hell is going on with them in time. And sometimes I catch teachers catching them like, yo, what are you doing? They're like, I don't know. We're teaching them for the first time. When I leave here, bitch, I gotta leave. I'm teaching kids for the first time. Everybody feels different. So it's not about telling them what's right and what's wrong. It's about asking them, hey, how are you feeling? Then when they tell you, you can say, oh, because I know, and then you can compare a situation and it falls in place and they can say, oh, that's probably what it is. Well, it probably isn't that. So maybe I don't need to do it anymore. Leave them with the choice. Leave them with the choice. Look, we're live on set. This is Some Law. I'm discussing strategies on how to execute in my team at JB43, at PS43. I love you guys. We are locked in, and we have a few more days, and then we're off on this Christmas break. So as it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. And going into this new year on live on set, whatever, expect the guests. Expect new conversations. Expect new outfits. I know you can't smell off the screen yet, but I'm going to be requesting Blue Day Chanel and the YSL, you know, their Les Nuits, you know, that I'm going to bring into the equation. There's different Chanels. There's different little bit of different scents that I will be bringing in that eventually you guys would think about even as a gift. And that would be another conversation as well, because I might as well do a live on set of all the colognes I have, from the Jay-Z's to oh man, I have so many lined up in there, but I've been on my 2023 winter line, which has been the Blue Day Chanel, which has also been my Les Nuits YSL, which also leads me into the Gio Armani, and what else I have up there? Magnum is only when I really come home. It's very, very rare that I use it. That's probably like once a month. But that is a conversation. I'm gonna have the Jay-Z joint that I'm really rocking with the fall because of the lightness. Sometimes in the late summer when it's getting cooler. That's gonna be another conversation. But we're gonna talk about that because I also bring some of my small traveling joints to school because some of the kids like to blow it up in the classroom. And some of the boys, you know what I mean, they come from different home environments and they don't really understand it. So when they smell me, they be like, oh, Mr. Sumlaw, you smell really, really good. Not even just in my class, but also throughout the building. I got some of my 4th and 5th graders that now come to me because I'm in the 1st grade class, and they're like, hey, Mr. Sumlaw, you have any cologne? And they will look, and they already know what to do. And they go in their way, and they coming from the restroom, and they're walking back in the classroom, and it's like, ooh, Irven, you smell so good. Ooh, 7, you smell so good. Ooh, Mason, you smell so good. Ooh, Lance, you smell so good. Ooh, that smells like Mr. Sumlaw. They know what time it is. And I'm glad to be able to have that type of connection with students, with educators, with my team, that sometimes when a student go to the bathroom and they come back smelling like Mr. Sumlaw, you know that they had to do a pass by. Maybe they had to pass gas enough times to say, hey, I need a distraction because it's going to be smelling crazy in the classroom. So as it's been said from Sumlaw & Company, Happy New Year and congratulations, because I know that my team, I have just about a students, plural, in just about every class when they asked to go to the restroom. And I noticed that even some of the girls said, you don't have no fragrances for girls? But I'd be surprised how sometimes some of these scents are built for men, but it definitely complements, you know what I'm saying? But it's really just the boys that really pull up, that just want to smell different. And to be in a position to be able to even follow suit and do that is an honor. So that's not going to be taken lightly going into 2024. And still fine-tuning, make a sense of life, figuring it out. And this is what I mean when I say strategize, execute, and teamwork, and technology, and tackling situations, because it really takes a village. So from my village to yours, continue to define success. And, you know, we're going to lock in and leave in the bottom. I know a lot of people don't be chiming in yet because they're connecting with me personally. That's what's allowing me to do these things. So technically, it's still doing its job. And everybody there who's been giving me insight on how to navigate, I thank you. I appreciate you and look forward to showing you more of what's going on into the new year. And I'm going to have more time to be able to continue to operate in all those outfits that are already lined up. I praise you. Going forward, to find success, whatever that is, and you're living life. And if you're living life, let me know how you're living. We're on the set. And I mean, we're literally on the set. 7:03. I got to go. And shout out to MTA too, man. Believe it, man. Shout out to the system, because I know it's not easy, even though they raised it up to $290. It's expensive for a brother like myself, but I will say though is that when some more hiccups been happening, y'all been getting it out the way. So let's not bypass. I know sometimes you're gonna hear the MTA, this, that. It can't be that, because without you guys, I don't get to work. Well, I have to drive in. We all know how that goes. With that being said, live life to the fullest. If you're living how you're living, we're live on set doing what we do. You heard?